So let's shift to structures. What do you find works? What should be done? Each of you has set up multiple programs, and you know, what do we need to do to enhance this, Diane?
Well, I'd like to think what we need to do to enhance this is NYC service, but but I will say seriously, I think, and you know, the city thinks that. We think we have a city full of people that have something to offer. I think what was so wonderful about Eric's statements was it really was this belief that all of us have something to offer. All of us have this ability and this capacity to serve. And so we think the structure that needs to be in place is we live in a time where people are used to being serviced. And so we've got to make it simple as possible for people to connect to service opportunities.
How do we do that? What sorts of things?
This is like an NYC service commercial. So
Yeah.
we would say you set up 39 initiatives. No. But we do think that there is a role for a coordination between government efforts, higher education efforts, philanthropic efforts. It really needs to be thoughtful, and it needs to meet people where they are. We would say we need to understand that different people lead different lives. They have different capacities. We call it your blank. People have different blanks to give. And then back to another point that we've been making, we would also say that service has got to, there is something inherent in service that is about personal interaction, and it's about the one-on-one. That being said, the service industry has got to meet the world where we are. So, for instance, I just rolled out a Facebook application. If you come to nyc.gov/service, you can plug in your interest and your zip code, and we will periodically send you opportunities that are in your area and in your interest.
Interesting.
And so we do think there has to be this move towards service being more of actually a kind of service industry and helping people to make that connection and use what they have.
So I'll get an email that'll say, if you're interested, there can be some tutoring at this elementary school nearby you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And how do you find the response to this so far?
We've been impressed. I think people are impressed with our numbers, but you know, you may have heard my boss is a bit of a taskmaster, so I would say he's moderately impressed.
He just got reelected, didn't he?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Tuesday was Job Security Day,
Right.
so. But I think we have been impressed, but we are not finished. I think in a city this size, the numbers are pretty interesting. I think we have a website that has someplace between 30 and 40,000 unique visitors a month. That sounds big, but that's not large in this city. But that also begs a question. We don't necessarily think that everyone involved in service needs to come to our website. Columbia has a huge push for service. We know there are tons of people serving that will never hit my website, but someone is meeting people where they are and providing the opportunity. Some entity is making that happen and really using service to address strategic challenges.